guys, Tyler here from GarageWarrior.com, where I teach you how to get stronger, live longer, look good naked, and live the life of your dreams. And this is the fourth part of a four-part series I've been talking about, kind of the basic foundations of nutrition, what I personally use on my personal clients and my bootcamp clients when I do consultations with people to help them get on the right track to improve their health, improve their performance, and improve their body composition, okay? So if you haven't watched videos 1, 2, and 3 already, make sure you watch those before moving on to this fourth and final video, because you're not going to really get what I'm talking about right now if you haven't watched those other videos. So make sure to look around on the website and check those videos out first. Right now I'm going to talk about something really powerful, and that is failure, okay? So many people fail on nutrition programs. It is because they believe that 30 days is the panacea of fat loss. Like, lose 10 pounds in 10 days, lose 14 pounds in 14 days. It's not. Consistency and real principles that are both scientifically based and based out of traditional wisdom are the way to go to improve your health, performance, and fat loss, okay? So people fail because they build into their minds that they have to stick to this nutrition program. They have to change their whole lives immediately. And I had an experience where basically I ran a 30-day challenge with some of my boot camp members, and only 15% of those people made it through the 30-day challenge nutritionally. Okay, and I'll explain why in just one second. Then I took the information I learned from this and I applied it to a 60-day challenge, right? And in this 60-day challenge, 85% of people made it all the way to the end. What was the difference? Okay, and I'll explain that to you in 1 second, right after I explain a little something about metabolism. So we're talking about, here's your metabolism, and here is time, right? Most people, when they're told to get healthy and lose fat, are told to eat lower calories and exercise more. The problem is, your metabolism, as soon as you consume less calories than you need, starts to go downhill, okay? And the research shows it's by as much as 40% in the first few weeks. Now, an obvious question to ask yourself right now is, do you want your metabolism to go down by 40% when you're trying to increase your energy, your performance, and your fat loss? Fuck no. It's the craziest idea in the world. And so many people do this all the time, and they end up down here in starvation mode, which starts to eat away at muscle for fuel rather than fat. And then what happens? They get cravings, they go out and they eat everything in sight, and they don't stop, right? That's our body's way of saying, dude, you were starving. If you put a lion in a cage for 3 days and you fed it no food, would you get in that cage with that lion? No, he'd be hungry. He'd tear you apart. But if you fed a lion a huge meal and he laid down on his side, you could probably walk right up to him and pet him nicely and he wouldn't even bother you, okay? So that's what this kind of thing does, is when we consume less calories, we turn into that voracious lion and we eat everything in sight. So this magic trick that I used on the 60-day challenge was a calorie cycling trick. So 1 day per week, I want you eating more calories than you need. And the reason why you should be doing this is because it actually boosts your metabolism up. So each week we drop a little bit of metabolism because we're consuming less calories by optimizing our macronutrient ratios, by focusing on protein and fat and reducing our carbohydrates. And then we eat more calories than we need, it spikes it back up. And we have this zigzag effect that keeps our baseline metabolism level rather than causing our metabolism to crash. So calorie cycling is a critical component of any nutrition program. How do you do calorie cycling? Well, the easiest way to do it and the easiest way to increase compliance is to do this, is to make it your cheat day. Okay? Now, a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy about this word cheat day right here. And everybody's individual, so it's going to take some experimenting as to whether or not a cheat day works really well for you. Some people it doesn't work well for because their cheat day just sends them off the handles and they go spin out of control and they don't follow it. Some people it doesn't work well for because they don't take the cheat day as seriously and they don't actually eat more calories than they need. The whole point of a cheat day is to have you eat more calories than you need so you can keep your baseline metabolism level. Now, here's what I've discovered, and here's why people succeeded on that 60-day challenge. The first challenge, the 30-day challenge, had no cheat days. It was a strict nutrition program. The second challenge, the 60-day challenge, had 1 cheat day per week. And the compliance rate increased by 70%. So it was 85% compliance rate. And so I would be ignorant as a coach to prescribing a nutrition program to somebody that I've been proven nobody can stick to. So that's why a cheat day is so important. It increases your compliance. Let me put it this way. If you're sitting there and somebody says, hey, you want a donut or a Cold Stone or something like that, and you're like, no, I can never have that donut again. Well, guess what? You're going to fail eventually, and you're going to have that donut. You're not going to have one. You're going to have a whole box, and you'll probably have it the next day and the next day and the next day. But if you knew that 1 day per week you could eat what you wanted, you could kick up your heels, you could have a beer provided you don't have any gluten sensitivity issues, you could have a bowl of ice cream if you want to, people will stick to a nutrition program longer than if they have a very strict program that they don't feel like they have any leeway over. So having this cheat day, implementing calorie cycling into your routine can be one of the best ways to actually get better results with your nutrition program because you'll stick to it. You can't get results on something that you don't continuously do. So stick to the nutrition program and follow those principles. We talked about eating real food. We talked about optimizing your macronutrient ratios to give you better fat loss, health, and performance results, as well as adding in this calorie cycling and considering using a cheat day for that calorie cycling effect. So thank you guys so much for watching this video about nutrition. I have a few nutrition programs on the site if you want to check them out that detail everything we just talked about and then some, especially the new one I just released called the Warrior 30-Day Rapid Fat Loss Program, which is all about 3 different phases of fat loss where it teaches you the most basic program you need to master, then a more challenging program you need to master, and then a 10-day super challenging detox program that you can use to cleanse your body out as well as lose tons of fat in just 10 days. So check out those programs, and thanks so much for watching this video.